Hi and welcome back. I'm Alec McChesney, the Standard Sports Editor. It feels like the fall sports season has gone by so fast as we are already in the third week of September. And although it took 3 weeks for the Missouri State Bears to get a win, they finally got their first one on Saturday against Murray State when they defeated the Racers 28-21. For a little while there, it was a little sketchy. It kind of felt like the Bears were going to continue their struggles. But eventually, in the second quarter, sophomore quarterback Peyton Huslik found senior star wide receiver Malik Earl on a 35-yard touchdown to give the Bears a touchdown and a little bit of momentum. From that point on, it was pretty much all Bears. Despite it being a close game, you kind of felt like the Bears always had this one in the bag and eventually came out with the victory. Now, after having a rough week against North Dakota, Malik Earl stepped up with 6 big catches. But that's not the best player on the offense right now. The best player on the offense right now is running back Kalen Crowder. Now, after coming to Missouri State in 2013 and redshirting his freshman year, he has continued to improve since his time as a Bear. Coach Dave Steckel calls him one of the most hardworking players on the team, and it shows. He's improved every year, and now he has 6 games over 100 yards as he notched that mark once again against Murray State. I expect the Bears to continue to feed him this weekend when Missouri State hosts another tough opponent in Illinois State. This is going to be a really tough game because Illinois State is very balanced offensively and defensively, but they are stout on the defensive line. So if the Bears are going to have a chance, Kalen Crowder is going to have to make some plays in the run game. And if he does that, I expect the Bears to compete. Do I expect them to win? Maybe. One of the issues that they might have is the lack of a 12th man. Coach Dave Steckel has said numerous times that the Bears fans need to show up to Plaster Stadium. So let's see if Missouri State shows up, and let's see if the Missouri State Bears can come out with a victory. Now let's move from Plaster Stadium to the Hammond Student Center, where the Missouri State Volleyball Bears finally came home after a couple tough weekends on the road. Now, the Volleyball Bears have played a really, really tough schedule, and that continued in the Dr. Mary Jo Wynn Invitational this weekend, where they went 2-2 after losing to Washington State and to Illinois. These were another couple of great teams that they played, and these are going to get them ready for the Missouri Valley Conference play. For the second week in a row, senior Lily Johnson is awarded with the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Week. Now, let's be frank. Lily is one of the best players in the history of the Missouri State volleyball team, and frankly, she's one of the best athletes in Missouri State volleyball history, and I expect that trend to continue. But let's not just leave it at Lily. The rest of this team, and she said it herself, has been excellent. From the staff to the players so far this season, you look at Lindsey Wright, you look at Lauren Boone, you look at a couple of the freshmen and Emily Orlando. They've been excellent, and I expect the Bears to improve as the season goes on and get ready for Missouri Valley Conference play, which will begin this weekend against Illinois State and Bradley. Now let's move from the hardwood to the pitch, where the men's soccer team had one of the more interesting weekends I've ever seen. After defeating Central Arkansas on Wednesday in overtime on a missed penalty kick rebound and scoring that rebound to win that game, they come home on Saturday to play Oral Roberts. A very Bear-like game for head coach John Leamy. You play 87 minutes of good soccer, it's 0-0 the entire time, and Connor Ingram comes up with a huge goal to get the win in the 88th minute. Now let me be completely honest here. This was a big week for the Bears. They had been struggling a little bit in late games and giving up goals in that 82nd, 88th minute against Memphis, and that was a trend that you would like to see not happen. This week, they got rid of that. 2 big games, 88th minute, double overtime. They come up with big goals to set the record straight and improve. I expect the Bears to continue to improve as this season goes on and as Missouri Valley Conference play opens up, and them to make a real impact and a big run this season. Staying on that pitch, we're going to talk about the women's soccer team who played 3 home games this week. They went 1-2 as they beat Oral Roberts, but they lost to UMKC and to Tulsa on Friday and Sunday, respectively. Beating Oral Roberts on Tuesday was a good start to the week, giving them their 4th win of the season. But on Friday against UMKC, they gave up 3 goals in the first 5 minutes and eventually lose 4-0. On Sunday, they drop a heartbreaker to Tulsa, giving up an own goal in double overtime. You hate to see losses like that, but you can't really do anything about it. At this point, you got to move on and you got to get ready for the next one. Like the men's soccer team, like the volleyball team, and like the football team, there's a lot of big games coming up for the women's team, specifically within the Missouri Valley Conference. Once that play heats up, I expect some of these tough games that have gone against the Bears so far to go their way in the 2017 conference season. This week, we've got 2 home soccer games on Saturday. Missouri State Ice Bears return home for their first home weekend series. And of course, the football team host Illinois State, 2 o'clock Blaster Stadium. See you there. That's Alec McChesney. Have a great night.